Hello everyone, my name is Jerry Jameson and I'm the new Development and Communications Director here at Janus. On behalf of our honorary co-chairs, Mayor Jensen of Noblesville, Mayor Brainerd of Carmel, Mayor Fadness of Fishers, and Mayor Cook of Westfield, I want to welcome you to our first ever Create, Connect, and Commit virtual fundraiser. Many of you were invited to this event by your table captains. Our table captains play a huge role in making this event successful. Especially with all the changes that have been occurring this year, our table captains have been so helpful in making this event happen. I also want to thank our sponsors for their very generous support this year. You can check them out on our Facebook page next week as we highlight each of the sponsors. Or you can go directly to our webpage, go to the Who We Are section, and click on Sponsors. Each one of them is listed with their company logo. You can click on their logo and find out more about their great companies. We will now hear from the Honorable Steve Nation, who served as Superior Court I judge for 24 years. He is going to talk about the importance of donations to Janus and the impact those donations have on our clients.
Hi, my name is Steve Nation, and I've been asked to say a few words about Janus and how they have been so important to Hamilton County over the years, not only for their families and the clients, but also our community. I first noticed Janus when I was doing fundraising for the United Way in the 1980s. But over the years, I've been around Janus and the families and the clients on several occasions and got to know those people. Mostly, I've worked in the courthouse for several years, and Janus has a cafe in the basement of that building. There's one individual that I will always remember, and his name was Dan, and he worked in that cafe. A very, very nice individual. And I was always amazed that he was able to remember me and remember the facts that I talked to him about the day before. And I thought, what a wonderful opportunity for Dan to go ahead and to be in the cafe and to work and to be with people. Janus, over the years, has worked with several governmental and private agencies to identify the needs of people here in Hamilton County and then to find solutions. They have worked with developing education, they have worked with developing employment training, and also to give out information to clients and to their families. They have provided work experience to provide the opportunities for individual and clients to go ahead and to be in a work setting that will look at their talents and go ahead and help them to develop in the proper ways. In fact, as I had talked about earlier, Dan was in that work situation with the cafe. But they also have artistic and they also have manufacturing that they go ahead and do. Janus wants to go ahead and be sure that the clients that they have independent lives and that they develop the highest potential that they can. Janus is one of those situations where in all of our county, they have grown tremendously with the needs that have been presented. When I started in the county, our population was less than 40,000. As we all now know, our population is over 350,000. Because of that, new needs have appeared, and Janus has grown because of that, because they've had to answer those needs. We're now in different times. We are now in the middle of COVID, and we're trying to figure out exactly what will be available. Janus obtains funds from corporations, from grants, but also from individuals. And that's one of the things I'd like to leave you with here today. They've done such superior work over the years to help people and to help families. But they just don't know exactly what the grants will be, what the corporations can give. And so that's why it is so very important for them to turn to you and ask for donations. Not only donations of money, which would be appreciated, but donations of time, donation of items for people to work for here in the Janus, but also to go ahead and to show your commitment to the community. If you're watching this video at this point, please go ahead and consider what you would give to help continue the work of Janus in Hamilton County. You need to be part of the solution. You need to be part of the serving that Janus is to our community. So I'd appreciate any help that you could give.
Now we will hear from Rana Sayer, who is the Director of Human Resources at Emmy. She will discuss how important the partnership is with Janus Community Employment and her company. She'll also talk about the impact our clients have on everyone at Emmy.
Hello, my name is Rana Sayer, and I'm the Director of Human Resources here at Emmy. I'm blessed to be able to work with a great team here, and I'm excited to be able to share a little bit about our experience in working with Janus. From the human resources perspective, it's our desire to make sure people are treated fairly and feel appreciated. Not always an easy task, but our goal nonetheless. Although most people know us as the ones who hire and fire, our days are a bit more crazy as we deal with benefits and discipline, payroll, safety, training and record keeping, and always following legal guidelines. Well, you get the point. In the midst of all of this, inevitably the phone will ring, and it will be someone from an organization like Janus. Quite frankly, that's when the anxiety level raises up a bit for those of us in HR. In short, we understand the additional work this may create. When you get that call, ask yourself, do I have time for the accommodations, the work adjustments, or the additional training? Do I have time in my already busy schedule? I believe you'll find the answer is yes. Understand that when you hire someone with different abilities, you can't always just hire them, train them, and put them to work and forget about them. They may need additional help with paperwork or require additional training or an accommodation. And their new coworkers may need a little extra training or coaching too. People's hearts are in the right place, and no one ever wants to feel like they're doing something wrong or saying something wrong. Many of us don't have experience dealing with people with different abilities, so it can be uncomfortable and a little scary. I say fear not, as Janus has the experts and they will support you every step of the way. That I can promise. So we have two guys on our team from Janus, Will and James. They do the same job and each work part-time, James in the morning and Will in the afternoon. However, they're very different from each other and each bring a different dynamic to our team. Will was very quiet when he first came to Emmy and kept to himself a lot, but now he's much more engaging. He loves to sing. You can often hear him perfecting a new note or a new song when he's on break. There are even times when he will stop and sing to me. And James, he's so happy and outgoing, and he'll tell everyone how much he loves his job. He'll even stop by our office at the end of his shift and let us know that he got all of his work done. His pride is infectious. How many times has anybody last week looked at you and said, I love my job, and said it with such an honest excitement that you knew it was true? That's James. And when I say we have a little extra work to do, it's certainly worth it. And payday. James loves payday. I know we all love payday, but with James, he really loves payday. He always knows when payday is, and when most of us may be lamenting because our paycheck isn't quite big enough or it's already spent, James is thrilled with his. He's really excited about payday, and it just brings a smile to your face. After an encounter with James, you walk away feeling so much more fulfilled and appreciative. You really do. I'll even let you in on a little secret. When I'm having one of those days, you know those days, I get up from my desk and walk out to the plant and get a little dose of Will or James. It's the best medicine around. So what's it worth to be able to hire someone like Will or James? Is it worth a little extra time and effort? We certainly think so. You may think you're doing it for them, but it's so much bigger than that. You can't put a price on what these relationships bring to your team. James and Will make us all better. Without even knowing it, they challenge us to be a better neighbor, better managers, and mostly to be better people. I appreciate your time today as I know how valuable it is, and I challenge you. I challenge you to get outside your comfort zone a bit. Look at the jobs you have at your company. Look at the needs you have and think creatively. Meet with the representative from Janus. Find a spot where you can use a little extra something and make that connection. The benefit will outweigh the work and anxiety by tenfold. You'll be happy you did, and you won't just make an impact on one life or two lives. You'll make an impact on everyone in your organization.
Jump so high and touch the ground. Stretch my hands up to the sky. Get the monsters through the night.
As her mom, I was very worried that she wouldn't have anything to do with her days. She would sit at home, be a couch potato, not have any friends or social life, and those are all things that we really didn't know we were missing until we found Janus. Kelsey has become much more independent after coming to Janus. When she started, she would have probably a meltdown a day. She was very insecure, shy, didn't talk a whole lot, spent a lot of time by herself. And then after coming here, a short period of time later, she started to blossom, and she started having friends call on the phone, and she would talk on the phone, which was a completely awkward situation for me because I'd never experienced her having a social life prior to coming to Janus.
When I became the advisor of Action Club, she had been holding the position of vice president. In my first year as the advisor, she decided to run for president. And I think that speaks a lot to her growing confidence as a leader, and just also her ability to see herself as a leader. She has that natural ability, and it's been really cool to see her start to believe that about herself. And this is her second year holding the position of president, and people just love to follow her.
It's very rewarding to get to know everybody and their club leaders and all the clients that are in it.
I think she really takes initiative and helps us to just grow as a club. She loves pizza parties, and she wants to do a hot dog eating contest. And I just love that she just has those ambitious ideas that are just fun that I would never think of.
Giving Kelsey the opportunity to sing in the choir has really helped her gain confidence in all aspects of her life. She has really come out of her shell. She took the choir very seriously. She started out a little hesitant to be in the choir, but quickly gained confidence.
And Kelsey did this thing that I can never imagine doing. She sang a solo in the choir in front of our crowd at our breakfast. And that to me would be the most horrible thing. I would just freeze. And to see somebody do that with such courage and grace and not even think that it was a major thing is just astonishing to me.
I love working with Kelly Weaver at the cafe.
The service that the cafe provides, learning, count money, customer service, responsibility to be able to possibly go out in the community and get a job.
When I started, it was a little shy, but I came up out of my shell, and it's been really, truthfully lovely to know everybody.
Kelsey began to do commission art a few years ago, and when she began to do it, she was very unsure of her work. Throughout the years, she has done an amazing job and has really gotten the confidence that she's needed to do better with Kelsey is now one of our top artists.
The great people that we found in Hamilton County directed us to Janus. That's how we got to be here today. It was a rough road. She dealt with bullying in school. She dealt with, depression, not feeling happy. She's got a great brother and a great sister, and they definitely helped her come out of her shell and feel confident. She's a great adult now. I'm really proud of her.
Kelsey has always greeted me with a smile and a fist bump. And just seeing her face every day makes me smile and love my job even more.
You go through life and you think that you have problems and you think that silly things matter, things going on in the world, and you realize when you come home and when you spend time with her, you don't have any problems. The people here have been faced with the most difficult problems that anyone could ever have, and they face them so bravely and so wonderfully. You just step through the doors here and you forget your problems because they don't really matter.
If I wouldn't come here, it would be heartbreaking for me and not have to know people that I like around here.
As a mom, you want your child to have a happy and fulfilled life. Before she came here, I didn't know if that was going to happen. And now I really feel like she is the best Kelsey she could be. And she gets so many opportunities to express herself and be more than some people may have thought that she could have been.
When we are just fortunate enough to be around people who've overcome challenges, they're just so motivational for all of us. And that's one of the things that is so special about being at Janus. We get examples all day long about what to focus on, what's really important in life. Hello. Thank you for joining us for Janus's 11th annual Create, Connect, and Commit breakfast. Obviously, our event is very different than we had first anticipated. Nevertheless, we are very grateful that you are taking the time to join us and be a part of this very special event. I think this year, those terms, create, connect, and commit, have a special resonance that haven't really been experienced before. As we've experienced different social distancing, we realize the value and the true importance of connections. A number of the individuals that Janus serves have a difficult time understanding some of the new social restrictions that have been put into place. They don't understand why they can't hug their friends, why they can't even maybe be in the same room. Why do they have to wear face masks? Our staff has seen the value of creating opportunities to facilitate ongoing connections. Earlier, we initiated a series of Zoom sessions. When we first saw the faces of those who were participating in Zoom sessions, the excitement and the joy that was reflected there when they finally saw some of their friends again, the staff that they loved being with, it was just amazing and remarkable. It just really enforced the idea that social connection is something that we all need to stay healthy and to stay like ourselves. And so we really value the creativity of our staff, and we value those connections. As I look through this video and I see like the message that we received from Kelsey and her mother Robin, it really strikes the importance of the services that Janus provides. Robin shared with us that Kelsey is finding new experiences, she's finding opportunities, she's challenging herself. And when Robin shares that Kelsey is doing so much more than was ever envisioned for her, it just shows the value of what Janus is doing. I hope that you look at this video, and as you reflect upon the messages that really strike a resonance with you, you will try to think, what can I create? What can I connect? How can I commit my resources to Janus? In this time of great uncertainty, the ability to commit more, the ability to connect, is something that is crucial and critical for Janus's ongoing growth and success. Please think, as you look at your resources, what you want to commit, and know that the value of what you commit to Janus is truly making a difference in the lives of those we serve. You are helping people not only realize their dreams, you are giving them the opportunity to dream bigger than they ever thought possible and to see those dreams come true. Thank you so very much for your consideration.